I'm Pete Bolenbach, owner of Bolenbach Engineering. We're an antique motorcycle restoration facility located in East Dundee, Illinois. And our specialty is restoring old motorcycles, virtually any type of motorcycle, but primarily Indians.
Well, you know just how it is. That random pain we call fate is like a drunk driver loose on the interstate. But I guess we're free to choose. You wanna drive out to a new life, or back to the one where you got so much to lose. I guess I'll skip Chicago. I guess I'll drive right by. I guess I'll skip Chicago, and only I know why. And while you're looking for the door, stand beside me, light his brain, while the motel room is a burning flame. 'Cause you don't know what to say. So now you count the road sign rushing by the window, thanking your stars you found the sense to move away. I guess I'll skip Chicago. I guess I'll drive right by. I guess I'll skip Chicago, and only I know why. Maybe when the sun is shining, I'll turn around and see you driving out.
I've been in too long. My God, look at, I'm still going since 25. Come on. Steve McQueen, he got the name from Sammy Pierce because Sammy Pierce was doing all his work on all his 100 motorcycles. See? And he called me on the phone. And at first I said, who the heck is Steve McQueen to myself, you know? Then it came to, oh, that's that movie star. So he says to me, Brown, I hear that you got a lot of motorcycles, you got the Black Bomb I hear about. I said, yeah, I have the Black Bomb. He said, now look at it. He says, I'm going in the hospital to have an operation. I'll come out, I'll rest a week. I'll call you, but tell nobody. I said, I won't even tell myself, Steve, and he laughed like a devil over the phone. Before that, he said to me, look, he says, I got 3 tractors and trailers, brand new, 60 foot long. He said, if them 3 can't take all your stuff out of your place, we'll bring some more here. And that was the last I heard of him. He passed away at 50 years old. Steve did. He was quite a talker, though. He was a real nice guy, believe me. Real nice guy. Well, the motor itself has got a 5-inch stroke. And I put 2 carburetors on it. See, I drilled into the head, into the cylinder, and I put a manifold right in the cylinders to put 2 carburetors on, which I didn't disturb the cylinders at all in there. I can still put carburetors in here if I wanted to. Nah, leave it the way it is. It goes good enough. Why change it? You know.
150?
It does 150 then. I don't know. Today it might even go faster if you get on an asphalt road where it's nice and smooth, you know. You want me to talk about motorcycles some more or what? Oh my God, yeah. Don't forget, I put 40 years in hill climbing alone. 40 years.
Slant artists, as hill climbers were sometimes called, wore leather straps around their wrists, which were attached to kill switches that were supposed to cut the engine if the rider fell off. But hill climbers were alcohol-guzzling monsters and sometimes got fired up. Literally.
Hill climbing is a contest. It's a speed contest from a light at the bottom of the hill to an electric eye at the top of the hill. The person who goes through the electric eye at the bottom and gets to the electric eye at the top fastest wins. Now, if a person's unfortunate enough not to make it to the electric eye at the top, he gets what they call footage. Wherever he stops, wherever his feet go down. And occasionally, nobody gets over the top of the hill. It is a challenge, an upward challenge. One motorcycle goes at a time. There's no danger of being run over by anybody or running over anyone else. What year is this Indian? This is a 1930 Indian frame. Apparently, Jackie Armstrong told me last year he's very familiar and very aware of the time when these left the factory. 25 special frames left the 25 of these special hill climbers left the factory. This one was remodified and improved by Tom Paradise in Albany, New York, who was the master Indian hill climb builder who just died about a month ago at the age of 90. Paradise built this machine for Howard Mitzel in York, Pennsylvania. Howard Mitzel rode this in the 1950s and 60s to many first-place wins. He was nicknamed as the Old Man of the Mountain in the professional hill climb circuit.
My name is Bruce Gagne. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. And this bike here is a 1959 Indian, but it's an infield Indian. See, in 55, I believe it was, they had sold out to Europe. Europe took them over, and I believe 59 was the last year that they had made the infield Indian with the Indian name on it. This was the last year, and this bike here was handed down from my grandfather. My grandfather was a hill climber back in the late 60s. Late 60s and early 60s, all the way through that era. So he thought he'd let me try it. Well, I tried the bike and I loved it. It's just like driving a tractor. It's got so much torque and horsepower. It's like 0 to 60 in just a couple of seconds. So it's awesome. I mean, I've made it over every single hill I've ever rode this bike on with it, you know? They just don't make them like they used to. We got to stick together. I mean, you know, it's a lot of fun. And bikes like this require a lot of help and teamwork. You know, these new bikes, they're so light, you know, whip them anywhere, slap them in and go. But these old bikes, they require special attention, you know. But I mean, it's worth it, because the style of riding you get from one of these old bikes, you'll never get anywhere else. Because the newer bikes, they're lighter, the style of horsepower is way different. This has torque, you know, and it's instant speed. Very instant. They're very, very quick to pick up speed, and it's just a very fun ride. Unbelievable ride.